Hey guys, it's time for a Word Wednesday. And this Word Wednesday is going to be a little bit different than the typical Word Wednesdays. And they'll probably be a little bit longer than a minute, to be honest. But first, I just want to start this video off by paying respect and honoring the late and great Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi and all those others who lost their lives Sunday on the helicopter crash. This thing has just been so devastating, and it's really affected the entire community. And when I say the entire community, I mean worldwide. So many people have been impacted and affected. And I just feel like we just need to take a second to just pause and reflect on their lives and their memories. And so in honor of them as well, I just feel like this Award Wednesday is dedicated to them. And it's going to be a little bit different. I definitely feel like life is so short, and it's sad that it takes tragedies such as this for us to really wake up and smell the coffee and realize that tomorrow isn't promised. Like, we always know this, and it's always in the back of our mind, but literally it takes something very grave to happen for us to be like, let me get myself together. But sadly, we get ourselves together for a short period of time while it's still fresh on our brains, still in the press, still in the media, and then a few months from now, we're going to be living the life that we were living before, or, back to our normal BS. And this just really hit home for me personally. As most of you all know, I lost my grandmother in June. And so just thinking about Kobe and Gigi's family and the families of the others that have lost their lives really hit home, because it made me think about me losing my grandma, and that's been the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with. And just in memory and reflection of the ones we've lost, we have to remember that our lives are not promised to us. Tomorrow's not promised to us. Tonight's not promised. So do what you want to do and do it fearlessly. Make sure that you're making the best decisions possible and live with no regrets. You don't want to live life and then 20 years from now, if you're blessed to see 20 years from now, saying, wow, I wish that I would have did X, Y, or Z. And so I'm trying to be more intentional with myself and with the things that I'm trying to pursue and with my relationships. So I've just been really reflective. And I wanted to write a blog on Sunday, but I just couldn't. Like, the words were here. And then I'm like, I'm going to talk about it in a Word Wednesday. And the words are here. But I'm just speaking from here. So hopefully you guys are receptive of this and it means something to you all. So the call of action for this Award Wednesday is just to reflect on your lives, the lives of those that you've lost. Think about what you're doing to honor them and how you are honoring yourself, so that when you're gone, you will have a legacy or leave an impact on at least one individual's lives. Because you never know what could happen, and you want to make sure that you're doing something that is impactful to you and meaningful to you, because you don't want to spend your last days like, well, I wanted to do this, but instead I did this. So just be intentional with each and everything that you do. And I know sometimes we get caught up in the moment of having fun and being young, but we won't be young forever. And sometimes the consequences of the things that we're doing today will take back or impact us in the future. So just always keep that in mind. Normally I edit these videos, but I think I'm just gonna post this one as it is, because I'm really just truly speaking from my heart, which I always do, but I always do like some takes and some takes and some takes. But life is short, which we all know, it's all been said. But just make sure that you're taking advantage to the best of your abilities to the life that's been given to you. And if there are things that are going on that you don't like, change them. If there are some dreams you have that you haven't been chasing, chase them. Literally, what is stopping you from pursuing each and everything that you want? 9 times out of 10 is probably yourself. And don't try to say your circumstances, because you can always make an effort to do better, to fix something that you don't necessarily like. It might not be instantaneously, but it can happen. So, starting with self, and I feel like I spend a lot of time on social media, particularly Instagram. So for the month of February, starting February 2nd, I'm going on a hiatus. So Word Wednesday will not be back until March. But I promise when I come back, it's going to be much more intense, raw, nitty gritty, to the point. It's just going to be really raw, and I'm going to be super, 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 super vulnerable, because I do have a wall up. and I try to be very open in a Word Wednesday, but I also feel like a minute is not a lot of time. So I can't always say the things that I want to say in depth, like I want to say them in depth, but that's coming soon. And yeah, I've just been really reflective. So if you guys would like to reach out to me, feel free to email me. I'll share my email. Text me if you got my number. Call me, check on me. I just need some time to just like get back to the root of who I am as a person and the things that I love to do. And I already been thinking about taking a hiatus, but really Sunday and just thinking about my grandma, all these other things are like, you've been thinking about it, so do it. Because I was thinking about it, but then at the same time, I'm like, I have a Word Wednesday, I can't do this, but I'm going to do it. And I just hope you all understand and will be here to support me when I get back. And I think that's the gist of what I want to say today. So hopefully you were able to take something from this video. I know it's been all over the place, but this is just the raw, pure emotions that I've had. Might not be too much editing in this, so forgive me for any slurs or anything that's not to a T. But like I said, I'm practicing what I preach with self-love, coming to you all raw, uncut, natural, giving you what I can from my true self and heart. And hopefully you all are receptive of it. And I just challenge you all to be reflective and to be intentional always. Not just today, not just because this happened, but always be intentional. Say what you mean what you say, and show those in actions as well. And remember to always love yourself because you deserve to be loved.